Hello, Leo. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly talking about you tarot card reading. Now, as you guys know, there's always someone talking, right? There's always people that are going to be talking, and we're going to expose them using the astrology reading cards, and then we're going to do a tarot spread. And yes, this is a new setup, so, well, I was going to say get excited, but it's actually a little less exciting. You know, I had that nice little sparkly thing going there before, and now I don't. But anyways, let's have a look at the, oh, that was a terrible fan, at the astrology reading cards now that I have the space to spread them out. And okay, you can be in this. You know, we're gonna pick randomly 3 cards for you, Leo. Boom. Because some of you guys like to see the shuffling, and so I'm gonna try to be as visible on that as possible, because I don't even know why anyone would fake that, but okay. All right, so your first card is Cancer. All right, so what is Cancer? Cancer is that motherly, loving energy. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. And as we know, Cancers are kind of, yeah, they be sensitive, but they're also very nurturing. So it's somebody who has family values, cares about the home life, and they're very perceptive, or very, I don't want to say mood swingy, but you know. Your next card is Sagittarius. You don't want to, oh, you don't want to, oh, so you don't want to, okay, well, that is okay. That is okay. You don't want to. Now, Sagittarius, the energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm. Just move that over a little bit. All right, so with faith, good fortune, and authority. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. We know that they like that higher learning stuff. They love philosophy. So this deals with somebody who wants to enhance themselves spiritually, or even wants to travel, because you know Sagittarius are always down for an adventure. They always want to explore, and they always want that first-hand information when they ask the question why, you know. So again, with them, they come with a little bit of commitment issues because they like to be free, and they like to, you know, be up out there. They're fiery, so they have a lot of energy to them. And finally, we have another fire sign here. We have Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading impulsive action is likely. Lots of fire. Lots of fire. That's fire, aggression, that's vitality, energy, thirst for life, okay? Next to Cancer, who's very sensitive, and as you know, they're very reactive, very emotional, very mood swingy, so they have a lot of that like impulse reaction, especially with that Aries energy hovering nearby. So this person that's talking about you may be closely connected to you through family, relatives, have a deep type of nurture relationship with you, whether that's a mentor or a son. But this person's also you respect them. You respect them for the way that they learn, for the level of knowledge that they carry with them, and their ability to constantly awaken themselves to new and more enlightening information. Because, you know, again, spiritual education, learning about life, wondering why, and or the meaning of life. Then we also have Aries energy, so this person's very, like, you know, motivated to do that, but they're also bold. They're courageous. You know, so this person could, to me, this person could be annoying depending on who you are. But that's okay. Lots of fire energy is good for you because you are that third fire. All right, so that's the trifecta. So there's emotions in there, and then there's, you know, this could be motherly energy here talking about you, but is it your mother? Is it a mother? Anyways, this person seems to be very hot, to say the least. Well, let's have a look before we jump to any conclusions and see what the tarot cards will say. I'm shuffling away at the pre-Raphaelite tarot, and here is your first card. Oh, the Tower. Okay, so the Tower has fallen. All right, so the first card you have from the major arcana is the Tower card in reverse, which is the element of surprise and something that's a little unsettling, some upheaval. So we're on the other side of that. So we might be in the aftermath, the post-season of the turbulence, and there's sensitivities all around. There's that motherly energy, and I feel like, you know, with Leo and that mother nurturing energy, I feel like this is all related in like a triangle around that mother energy. I feel like the foundation has been pulled here aggressively toward the The Tower is it's associated with Mars, and Mars rules aggression. I don't want to say chaos, but aggression and conflict can result in a little chaos. But I mean, it is definitely how it looks. You know, your foundation, your routine has been disrupted. There's some type of destruction that needs to be rebuilt, right, or reestablished. So that may be the energy. That's the energy we're entering into this reading with this person talking about you. Maybe they're, you know, the foundation of what is normal as it relates to a mother has fallen down in some way, and that's where we're starting with this person that's talking about you. Then we have the Four of Cups talking about you, like maybe because they're emotionally bored, emotionally unsatisfied. They feel maybe because of this, maybe because of their routine foundation of life falling apart or going through such upheaval, they feel emotionally displeased or unsatisfied at the state of how their life is. And this is like emotionally right now. This isn't like they may be living in a mansion, but they may feel unsatisfied. Maybe they feel like something's missing and there's nothing that can be done to make them feel better about it. You know, Four of Cups is about stagnation, but in the spiritual / emotional area. And yeah, fire, water, what are we doing? So this person that is talking about you may feel stuck or trapped in a situation. They may feel very limited, but they have the power to cut themselves free. This is a state of mind. So that being said, like this person may be looking towards you to cut away the shackles or to clear things up for them. To speak to some blocks in their knowledge, like things they don't understand. They may be coming to you to help them understand. Meanwhile, they have they have all the answers within them. There's nothing there to explore. It's all within them. It's all in their head. So this person may be very emotional. They may be very vulnerable in the sense that they don't know, like they can't see their own issues. Then we have 10 of Wands here. And that represents burdens, that represents responsibilities. There may be a lot of responsibility, and the brunt of the responsibility may fall on yours or their shoulders. And again, that could be even contributing to the, I feel stuck. I feel trapped in this situation. I'm talking about you, or I need some type of clarity on this situation, but there's a lot of burden involved as well. So are they going through some backbreaking labor because they have a lot of busy work to do? They have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe they're stuck in that responsibility. But there are resources to fix that, and they want you to help. That could be the situation. But I feel like, you know, this is just somebody taking on more responsibility because it's like, if you don't do it myself, then it's not going to be done properly type energy. The 10 does speak to completion. The 8 speaks to completion. Maybe this is like wrapping up or rebuilding or dealing with the transition of the foundation falling down. The foundation falling down. Turbulent situation, lots of fire, so it's not fun, and it may evoke a lot of like conflict. But 10 of Wands speaks to a lot of responsibility and burden, and hey, that fire's there, so means intensity, right? Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune represents growth, expansion, fortune, good luck, positive outcomes, you know, things moving in a what comes up must come down, what goes down will come up, surprise things. Something is just going to grow and expand, and that is positive. It's a major theme because this is a major arcana card, and we start and end our reading with major arcana cards. So I feel like there's just a lot of busy work between getting from the destruction of a situation to the other side of it, where there are positive outcomes and there's growth and expansion for whoever's involved. Now, this person might be talking about you because they want to get to the other side of the responsibility. They may be bogged down. They may be, they could be aggressive, hostile, not nice, because they're focused on getting their stuff done. And also, Aries energy would say that this person may be a little selfish in their assessments at the moment because, again, there's a lot to rebuild. There's a lot of responsibility going down and they need to deal with that. But I feel like there's like this, whatever you're thinking that is negative about them, you might feel completely different after. If you're feeling something positive and you think it's one way, maybe they're going to clear some things up. The blindfolds will be cut off eventually, and what is in reverse will be upright. You'll be able to solve your own problems. You'll be able to come up with your own clarity so that you can continue forward. Because remember, we have the 8 of Swords. It does, even though 8 is a completion number, 4 to 8. 8 is a completion number, 10 is a completion number. The Wheel of Fortune is 10, a completion number. So all we can say is that once you get to the end of the situation with this person, which I guess there has been some type of turbulence, or maybe they're going through some type of turbulent part of their life, and once they get to the other side of it, I think there are a lot more positive benefits because of this situation. Now, this could be, again, connected to Cancer, a motherly type figure. There could be a subject of freedom, or somebody who's very wise, just wisdom, lots of that spiritual because Sagittarius, you know, they want to make people feel good, right? Sagittarius is associated directly with Jupiter, growth, expansion, luck, fortune. And so if you know a Sagittarius, you'll see how they just kind of glide into some lucky situations. They just have that energy up in them with that Jupiter ruler. And they're, again, Aries is enterprise, this taking care of business, you know, being the first, being the trailblazer, being the, you know, the person that, you know, it's funny, I usually associate Aries with the youngest child, but I mean, Aries is actually the oldest child because they're the first of the zodiac. They're the trailblazers. They love to be the first to do things. So, you know, in the future, you guys are going to see some transitional meaning here. Boom. All right. So Aries energy and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's just going to be some steer, some direction as a result of the situation that has been really difficult or trying. Maybe they're talking to you to get through it or to disperse some responsibility. I feel like whatever your perception is of them and whatever it is they're talking about, it's going to come up on the other side as something positive. I feel like they're just very busy, and they may be, you know, they could be short-tempered when they're busy. You know, if they got some real things going on, they got to tend to that, take care of that. And they don't have no time for no puzzles, so they can help you. Where did I put the remote? They don't have time for the foolishness. They're busy, they have responsibility, and you know, to clean up the mess of a destructed, that's not even, that's not a word, a destructed home. Oh my God, a destroyed home, or foundation in some area, whether that's the career area, whether that's the passion, friendship, somewhere along the line that has, something that has become routine has now been, you know, brought to the ground, crumbled, and I need to rebuild or pivot something. But that will take a lot of responsibility, maybe a cluster of a wave of a lot of responsibility, which keeps their head down and focused on the final product, which is a castle usually in the traditional tarot books. But we see it could be a round booty, it could just be a round big old butt. Tina got a big old butt. I don't know the rest of the words, but you know. All right, so there is that you're reading. This person is busy and they may be talking to you. Let's hope they start the conversation at this part, at the end, where the glory comes in. All right, there it is that you're reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.